Okay, so, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about this package I received yesterday. It is my first ever Green Hornet comic book, and it's beautiful. This was published in 1992. I have plenty of comics from 1992. This one is special. This is now one of my favorite comic book heroes. I haven't read it yet, but I've taken a few cursory flip throughs of this, and it's very classic. Comic book. Golden Age. And I really appreciate the attention to detail in this. However, my one gripe with it is these are all very obviously modeled after famous actors of that era. So, we're talking 30s, 40s. Although all three of these men were acting in the late silent era of film. So we have Edward G. Robinson in the middle, James Cagney, and Humphrey Bogart, also known as Bogey. Now, I think this is intentional by both the artist and the writer, but it's so obvious to me as a fan of the Golden Age Hollywood that maybe it was meant for all of us fans. But for those who don't know and are reading Green Hornet comics, it's not going to stand out. And that's where it falls short. So I guess only people who are actively embedded in everything about early 20th century comic books, film, anything in entertainment at that time, they would just eat this up. But anyone else would not, I guess. And that's unfortunate because a very broad audience is reading this, I think. And See, you even have advertisements for Terminator in here. Those are the sorts of teens and young kids they were catering toward in this time. And you have a comic which is based solely in an era which barely anyone remembers now, in the most deep and intellectual and emotional senses. Going on about it. Maybe it doesn't really matter, but it's something I noticed, and once I do read it, maybe it would become less of an issue. This panel right here is very cool, like that. And here we get a list of everyone who worked on this comic book here in the back and not the front, which is kind of nice. And this is really cool. This blonde bombshell is the femme fatale of the story. Here she stretches across this entire page. I love this. This right here is really nice. It's a really impactful element of design. The reader knows who the bad guy is. Like bad, evil woman. And her thugs. She really stands out. I think the outline around her character is stronger than most others in this book. Yeah, I think it's just maybe her hair here which stands out. This ink lines of emphasis. She's someone to look out for. One thing I'm noticing is I don't like the coloring. Patrick Williams did the colors. That isn't to say he was or is a bad colorist. I just find it's not to my taste. To others it may be fine. Everyone's mileage varies, of course. I think I will enjoy this though, because I found Green Hornet um, serials on YouTube. You could also find The Shadow and Captain Midnight, I believe, which is great because they're so much fun, and I don't analyze them so critically as I do with other media such as film or books. Uh, they're they're great because they never intended to be great. Um, but some comic books are great because they intended to be great, a la Watchmen. Um, so this is a really wonderful piece of history, you know, as well as a fun, easygoing piece of art. And I thank the person who sold this on eBay for listing it. Otherwise, I don't think I would have found it. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you.